Okay, good afternoon, everybody. It's Tuesday. It's May 16th. We're going to do pork ribs today. We're going to smoke them on the large big grain egg. It's 12:41. They take approximately 4 to 5 hours, depending on how big the slabs are. And these are pretty good size slabs. So the first thing you're going to want to do is about an hour before you want to get them on the grill, you want to take them out of the refrigerator and season them. I use olive oil in a rub. You can use almost any rub with pork ribs. Good rubs are better. You want to do the pork ribs low and slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the big green egg for no higher than 250 to 275 degrees. And you can do this for both beef and pork. And it helps if you have a regulator that can regulate the temperature on your grills. Mine has a smoke bot that'll actually adjust for the cooking. I'll tell it what temperature I want the grill to maintain, and it'll actually maintain the grill for the entire cook. So, let's get started. I'm going to pause this for a second. I got to let some dogs in, and I'm going to go grab the ribs. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. I grabbed the ribs, and these are pork spare ribs that I got at my local butcher, and I got them quite a while ago. I'm going to move you guys down. You're not going to see me, but you'll see the ribs right here. My husband's unloading the dishwasher. So what we're going to do, these were previously frozen. We froze them. And these are really nice sized pork ribs. Pork spare ribs. And there are 2 slabs, so you can see how big they are. And if you watched my video when I did the beef ribs, the same sort of principle is going to take place with these. The only difference is these are going to cook a lot longer than the beef ribs did. And because these are so big, I'm actually going to get out I gotta get all of this paper off of them. I'm actually going to get I'm going to move you guys back up here. I'm actually going to get a cookie sheet out because these are monstrously big ribs. Now for this, you will be needing a cookie sheet. You're also going to need a roasting rack. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the beef ribs. We're going to turn the roasting rack into an actual rack where we can stand the ribs on end. And I'll show you that in a while. I gotta wait for my husband to move so I can get the cookie sheet out. And I'm just using a not huge cookie sheet, but one that can accommodate the ribs. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean over here that can accommodate the ribs. Now, of course, you're gonna need olive oil, and I need to replenish my olive oil because it is getting on the low side. And I'm going to go get the rub. What I usually do use is the swamp venom. And this time I'm going to use a little of the Lawry's garlic salt. And I had a little mishap with my flamethrower. So I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'll pick it right back up. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a mishap. I'm going to use a little garlic salt. And I'm going to use my swamp venom. And what we're going to do is the same principle that we did before. And I'm going to move you guys as far back as I can. My husband, for some reason, decided this would be a good time to do the dishwasher. Okay, and I'm using a pretty generous coat of olive oil. And you're going to do this on both sides of the ribs. Excuse me, there's so much pepper in this rub. You'll notice on the front side, I did not use the garlic salt. So on the back side, I'm going to actually use the garlic salt now. And I'm not going to do too much because I'm still going to put the rubs on it. And you want to do this at least 1 hour before you put the pork ribs onto the grill. That gives your grill enough time to get started, situated, and everything. Now with this, normally it would be a potato and a salad, or a vegetable and a salad. Tonight we're going to do a coleslaw. So we're going to omit a salad. I don't have a vegetable right now other than the Brussels sprouts to do. You could do Brussels sprouts. You guys have seen the roast vegetable or the roast Brussels sprout video. I'm going to keep it simple tonight and just do the ribs and the coleslaw tonight. Normally I'd also make a baked potato or a potato salad, but because my husband is watching his potassium levels, we're not going to do that today. So what I'm going to do is, since these will not fit in the microwave, is I'm just going to slide them in the oven, and make sure your oven is off. You don't want your oven on when doing this. I'm going to leave my olive oil out. So the next step is getting your grills ready to cook this. It takes a couple of hours, or a couple of minutes, I should say. It takes me about 20 minutes to do. And the first thing I'm going to do is fire up the grill, add charcoal. I'm not going to add the smoking chips or chunks right away. I'm going to wait till the grill gets stable. Just before I put the ribs onto the grill, I'll add my smoking chips, and then I'll add the drip, or the, I have to think of what it's called, plate setter, because you're going to want to do this as an indirect cook, meaning you don't want the flame to come up to the meat. You want it to be deflected away from the meat so that the meat just takes on that smoke flavor. If you were to do it without a plate setter or without deflecting, and I'm going to tell you guys the difference between indirect cooking and direct cooking. Direct cooking is usually if you're doing like chicken breasts, steaks, pork chops, lamb chops, chicken on the grill. And direct cooking is you're cooking directly over the flame. You're cooking directly over the charcoal. Indirect means that you're putting something in between your meat and the flame, and you're deflecting the flame away from your meat. That's what indirect cooking means on a grill. So, let's go get the large started. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to get my smoking chips ready. So, I'm going to actually turn you guys a little bit. Not so much that you're seeing the mess in my house. And I'm going to use the combination of pecan chips as well as a little bit of apple. I'm going to use a little less of the pecan and a little bit more of the apple. I'm going to do about a 2-to-1 ratio, where I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 pecan and about 4 or 5 of the apple chunks. And like I said, we've gone through, there's plenty of videos. These are the chunks of wood. there has been some speculation, should you soak them ahead of time? My Big Green Egg Forum, which I'm a part of, and there are forums for each different charcoal grills out there. There's the Traeger group, there's the Big Green Egg group, I'm sure there's the Weber group. There's a lot of information out there, and the information that I've gathered is, do you really need to soak your chips before you smoke? And the answer is no, you really don't. I mean, your meat's not going to take on the smoke for the entire cook. You just want about an hour worth of good smoke to penetrate the meat, and the meat will absorb that relatively quickly, and then it'll cook off the rest of it. So, do you need to spend hours soaking your chips? No, you really don't. Because all that's going to do is water down your other charcoal and make it wet and make it harder for that to maintain a temperature. So, I've got my pecan. I'm going to go grab my apple. I'm going to stop the video for a second. We'll be right back.